everyone, welcome back to another great episode of Raihana's Cuisines. Today we're going to be doing a stir fry, and this is one of the most favorite in our house, and we use glass noodles for that. So I'm going to show you what these glass noodles look like. And so this is the package that I am using. You don't have to use this package. Actually, I was at the Oriental store today, and I wanted to make sure, and they have a whole lot of variety, and they are Korean style starch noodles, or you can use vermicelli if you like. But if you can get ones that, you know, you can see here, they're like a little gray. You can see here they're a little gray, and this is what they look like, and they have 3 packets in them. But again, if you can't find this particular brand, just go into your Oriental store and ask them for glass noodles, and you should be good. So you want to follow your package directions, and you want to make sure that you boil it just like you would pasta. But I do add a little bit of oil in it, and just because I want to make sure that it's not going to stick. This is the end product of what the glass noodles look like. They actually look like see-through glass pasta. It's just amazing. Now, once they come out, you want to wash them with cold water, which I did. You can still see that I just got them out. And then what I did was I added a little bit of olive oil on top and mixed it up so that they don't clump together. And hopefully, when you're doing videos, it's hard because hopefully I can get these done quickly and they won't stick at all. So, and if we need to, we can always add oil. So this is what we're gonna be using, and you wanna portion out. If you guys like more pasta, then add a good amount. Now I've added the two packs, and from that I kind of gauged my amount of vegetables that I have and the variety of vegetables that I have. So I think it's gonna be perfect. So you might have to gauge that just a little bit. So, and then this dish can also be vegetarian. If you don't want to use the chicken or the beef, go ahead, don't use the chicken or the beef. And you can have a vegetarian dish. Use a lot of mushrooms. If you like, you can use the shiitake mushrooms or the button mushrooms, or you can even use portobello if you like, but I'm using button today. And I'm also going to be using 2 pounds of flank steak that I have taken and cut up in very thin strips. And this is not marinated, it's just ready to go. So while we're talking, you know what, I'll marinate it later. So for the vegetables, I have here 1 onion that I have cut very thinly. I have about 4 or 5 spring onions, but only the white pieces. And then the green pieces I cut up, and I'm just gonna keep that separate, and I'm gonna be using that as a garnish. And then I have here about 8 ounces of button mushrooms that I have also cut, and because they come round, and what I did was I tried to slice them. And then I have I have a whole green bell pepper, half of an orange bell pepper, half of a yellow bell pepper, half of a red bell pepper. Now, you don't have to do this variety, but I love colors. I love colorful food, so I like adding colors to the stir fry, and the kids absolutely look at it and they just want to gobble it up because the colors are so inviting. Here I have jicama that I have also sliced up, and now you can see here that these I have left a little bit thicker because I want these to stand out a little bit more. So you can really cut up your vegetables any way you want. I've got some carrots here that I did at home, but you can just buy the matchstick carrots if you like from the grocery store. The shredded ones I don't recommend in this dish because you want to have texture. They become too soft and limp. And then I have about 4 sticks of celery sticks that I have just cut them up in long slices. And then here is my favorite. We're gonna be using some bean sprouts. And again, this is about 3 cups. You can gauge it, you can use less of it, you don't have to use it. We absolutely love it. I'm gonna add it in because this is the only way. My kids are pretty good about eating vegetables, but I honestly feel very good as a mother when I get all these vegetables in my food. So now, first thing we're gonna do is we're not cooking. The very first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna make a sauce. And for the sauce, I'm just gonna describe the ingredients for you, and then we're gonna get started. So I have here in my bowl 1/4 of a cup of brown sugar. We're going to be adding a tablespoon of ginger and garlic, I have a cup of orange juice. We're going to be doing 2 teaspoons of chili garlic sauce. We're going to be doing a teaspoon of sesame oil. And if you're very used to, you like sesame oil, go ahead and add more. We're not very used to the sesame oil and I find it very pungent, so I kind of add it sparingly. Then we're also going to be using 1/4 of a cup of soy sauce and about 2 tablespoons of vinegar, and then another 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. And I get a lot of people asking me what kind of cornstarch you use, and that's why I have the container here just to show you. This is the cornstarch that I use. And then we're just going to be adding just a little bit of olive oil in it to get all these all the liquid mixed up together. So brown sugar, orange juice, lasarne adu kanto ginger and garlic, chili sauce, sesame oil, vinegar, soy sauce, cornstarch. For the meat or for the gos, we're gonna be marinating this with apre a gos marinate karsu. Ama apre naksu 1 chamchi lasan adu, lobag 2 chamcha apre naksu in the under soy sauce or 2 tablespoons soy sauce. Half a teaspoon of sesame oil, ardhi chamchi sesame oil, एक chamchi chili garlic sauce, 1 teaspoon chili garlic sauce. Fired up my stove. First thing we're gonna do is we are going to thicken up our sauce, and so then, you know, when all the products are, all our stuff is ready, we can just pour it on. So into this, I'm just going to add just a little bit of oil, maybe about 1 tablespoon. You don't need much. I'm just stirring this because I really want to get this sauce a little bit thick. Once this is done, out of the way, we don't have to use a lot of pots and pans, you know, one for the sauce, one for the frying. Just wanting to thicken the sauce up, we're gonna keep that on the side, and then we're gonna start cooking our meat, and then we're gonna start doing our vegetables. And in no time, our stir fry is gonna be ready. It is 5 o'clock on a Friday. Everybody's hungry. They're gonna be home soon. And so I wanna get this dish up and going in no time. So it looks like our sauce is coming along really, really nice. The other thing I wanted to point out is also you wanna do a taste test, because what might be really, really yummy to me might be very sour to you maybe. So, or you might want a lot of chilies. We don't add a lot of chilies. So it's a really good idea to always taste test your food and then accordingly adjust it. All right, so our sauce looks really good. I don't want to thicken it up even more. So now I'm gonna put this in another bowl and keep it aside. So now we got the oil, the sauce is already sitting in another bowl. In the same pan, I'm going to add a little bit of my olive oil, and then I'm going to add my meat in here because we want to cook our meat up. Now, I get a lot of questions on why does my meat get so hard. Well, that's because you're overcooking it. You only want to cook this meat until you don't see any red in it. And you should be good after that. Give it a good taste test, and you'll know. Once you feel with your tongs, you'll be able to tell that it's a little bit more stiffer, but no red stuff showing or pink stuff showing, and you're gonna be good. Take out the meat. So I got my meat cooked. It's right here, and now we're gonna start cooking up our vegetables. Same wok. I'm gonna just add a little bit of oil. So I have got my onions and spring onions in here. You want to cook your onions until they're just a little translucent. And yes, your heat has to be pretty high, and this is where you're gonna get your restaurant quality noodles. Now, a lot of people say that we can't do our noodles at home, don't turn out like restaurant. And really, to be very honest with you, it never will. It's because of the heat. They deal with very, very high temperature heat and big pans, and so to do this, the closest you're gonna get to doing this at home would be high heat, a nice wok, and making everything, cooking all the vegetables separately. I've already emptied my onions out. They're translucent. Now I'm adding the mushrooms in here. And I want to cook the mushrooms, and where they're gonna get a little limp. And so, and if you feel like you want to add a little bit more oil in it, that's fine, but I think we should be fine. Everything is gonna be cooked on very, very high heat. Okay, so I'm gonna continue cooking this. So now you can see here that our mushrooms have started sweating a little bit, which is perfect because at this time they're almost done. The other thing I want to point out to you is by, cooking like the meat and the sauce first, the mushroom is gonna soak up all those beautiful flavors, and mushrooms are gonna taste amazing. So now we're gonna add this to our pile of onions. So now I added about a tablespoon of olive oil into my wok here, and I've added my bell peppers in here. Now I'm not going to cook the bell peppers a whole lot because the kids love it when it's crunchy. We're just going to cook it enough where it's like cooked but still very, very crunchy. And then once that gets done, we're going to add that to our pile of mushrooms and our onions. We're going to add our celery and carrots in here. I'm still going to wait on the jicama because I don't want to cook the jicama a lot at all. I want that crispy. And I think the carrots are going to take a bit to cook. Got some that sneaked in there, but that's okay. Right? Don't forget to add a little bit of oil every time you start doing a new thing or a new vegetable. You don't have to add a lot in there, just a little, just about a teaspoon or a tablespoon of it. Doesn't have to be much. And you're dealing with olive oil, but you're also dealing with, the vegetables cooking with it. So you should be completely okay. Again, you want to cook this where it's cooked but super crispy. Now you can see that now I added my jicama last. This is one item I really don't want to overcook, so I'm just going to give it a couple whirls here. There's a little bit of olive oil that I've added to the pan, and I am going to decrease the temperature in a little bit, but we still have the bean sprouts to fry up. Okay, and this is as much as I'm gonna go. So this is going to be added to my big plate and a big pile of veggies. Okay, I'm gonna leave the heat as it is. Add my oil. The last thing that goes in is our bean sprouts. bean sprouts don't get cooked a lot either. Just want to cook this just a little bit. So here I've taken out my bean sprouts. It's in the pile of all the veggies. And I decided to add this back into the wok. The reason is because you can see that there's a lot of gravy in here, and I want to use up that gravy with the sauce. And so I decided to put this in and just cook it just a little bit, and then add my sauce that we made. The first thing we did was we made the sauce, so that we're going to add in here. Everything is going to be super flavorful because that gravy is also going to make a good sauce for us. Okay? So at this point, just gonna stir this. Okay, you can see that the gravy has thickened up, all right? And now what we're going to do is shut off our stove and we're gonna empty it into our bean sprouts. Got my meat in here. It's connecting with all those vegetables in there. And now what I'm doing is simply just taking my noodles and kind of separating them. And the texture of this is so awesome. It's so unique. I don't know if you can tell from the camera, but even by holding it, how can I describe the texture? Gummy bears, maybe? Yeah, gummy bears. That's the closest that I can get to. And it's mostly starch, and but see, by adding the oil, we really have done a good job of separating, and they're not sticking so they're like a clump. All right, and I'm also going to be adding just a little bit more olive oil on top to make sure that once I start mixing it, that it doesn't clump together. Okay, the other thing that I did forget to mention was for the garnish, we're also going to be using some black and white sesame seeds, and that is purely optional. Okay. So I did add a little bit of olive oil so that my pasta is for sure not going to stick. And then I've just taken two big one spatula and one flippy thingy, and I'm just going to mix all this together just like so. You just want to make sure that it mixes really well, just like that. And see how you want to make sure that when you have the spots that have not mixed with the noodles, you want to make sure that it mixes really well with the noodles. The other thing that would be a really good addition to this, I was thinking, would be mangoes, like very unripe mangoes. And what was the other thing that I was thinking about? And apples, Granny Smith apples. I don't know what I'm craving, but seriously, it would be really good in this dish. All right, look at how much we made. So, you know, I mean, you can just gauge your vegetables, because the more vegetables you're gonna have, the more stir fry you're gonna have. Now, I'm very happy that I have this much stir fry, because the weekend I don't have to cook. So I can work on editing these videos and getting them out to you. So although I love to cook, but I'd rather also get these up there. So here you go. So we see that this is really nicely done. I am going to add a little bit of soy sauce because I did give it a sneaky bite here, and I felt like it just needed just a little bit of soy sauce. And then just mix that up again. All right, now I am gonna try one of these, just a small bite. This is another thing that would obstruct a lot, so I'm just going to take a little bit, and then I'm also going to try a little jicama because I want to make sure that it has soaked up the flavors. Flavors are amazing. Now we're just gonna sprinkle our spring onion green tops on it and the sesame seeds, and we will be all done with the dish. So today we made our glass noodle stir fry with jicama, and I am absolutely very happy with the way it has turned out, and also the quantity because it's Friday. So thank you so much for joining me on this episode of Raihana's Cuisines. Hope you can join me here next time with another great video. Friends, remember that I can't thank you enough for subscribing. Thank you so much for subscribing and liking my videos. I love the interaction. I love the comments, although it takes me a while to return the comments, but I try and get to them. I am also on Facebook, Instagram. I have a Facebook page that's Raihana's Cuisines. You might want to like that because I upload all those recipes on them, and I'm also on Twitter, Pinterest, and I don't know if I said Instagram, and Google Plus. So I'm out there on all the social medias. So please comment and let me know. I would love to know what you guys think of these videos. And now that I have the new iPhone 7 Plus, this is the first video that is going to go up with the iPhone 7 Plus. So let me know what you guys think about the quality. So I will see you back here very, very soon.